Okay, welcome to our writing lesson for this week, and you will be happy to know you have already done lots and lots of work on this genre of writing, recount. Recount is telling back something that's happened, so retelling an event. It can be something that actually happened yourself, personal. So that time I went to the zoo myself. I can remember exactly what happened me. Or that trip to the beach, or telling back something, my first communion, Christmas Day, telling back what happened on Christmas Day. You can also do kind of a factual one, what's something that actually happened. So this would be like what would be on the news. They are telling exactly what happened in an event. So at the Rugby World Cup or in the match, they retell what happened in an actual thing that happened in an event. And then you also have imaginative ones, so you can retell a story in kind of pretend. So pretend you're your dog. Recount the day you got your family, or the day you got lost at the park, but you would be a dog character. Okay, so there's lots of ways of doing recount, and you've done wonderful recounts so far. I've seen lots of them. So what are the parts in a recount piece of writing? So you already know this, so I'm just going back over it because, So, you have your title. What's the name of your recount? My news of the week. What have my trip to the zoo. The day I got lost in the supermarket. The World Cup final. The county football hurling final day. Okay? Now, the next thing you start working on is giving the details of the introducing it. So, when you're starting a recount, the very first thing you should do is say who is in the recount, who was there, where were you, and when did it happen. So I would start off my recount about going a day at the beach. Is one hot day last June, my friend Mary and I went to Lahinch for a day at the beach. That's your start. So you've given lots of information there, and you can give a little bit more. You could get, how did you get there? What did you bring with you? What was it like when you got there? So where exactly did you go on the beach? Was it rocky? Was it sunny? So you can, in your introduction, give lots more details, but once you tell who, where, when, done. The next part is probably the most important part in a recount writing. It is sequencing and telling in order what happened. And this is really important if you ever want to be a sports reporter or a fashion reporter or something like that. A reporter from BBC, you're on Dancing on Ice, reporting on that. You have to tell exactly what happened in order, or else the people you're writing for won't know. It won't make sense. It won't be in order. You can't say that they scored 3 goals, the teams came out, and the team who didn't score won the match. It has to be in order. So it's called sequencing. So there's special words you can use when you're doing your sequencing. Like first. What happened first? Then something happened. The next step happened in the sequence. Next is another good word for describing a sequence. You could have, after that. After that, I decided to go for a dip in the rock pools. or on my day at the beach, I had gone first. We picked our spot to lie. We put out our towels and our bags, and then we put up the umbrella. Next, we decided to go for a swim in the beautiful blue ocean. After that, it got a little bit hot, so I decided to go for an ice cream. There's lots more words after that. Following that, then you could have finally, if you're finishing up. Finally, we packed up our bags and all our wet gear and rolled up our towels and went back to the car. And very lastly, we drove home and got some fish and chips. We got a bag of chips. I love getting chips at the seaside. So those are the type of words you can use for your sequence of what happened. First is always first, and last, finally, is the last thing that happened. In between, you can pick these. And then your ending. Your ending in a recount is usually just kind of have to finish it up in a nice way. And an easy way to do that is, how did you feel? So, if we went back in the car, got some fish and chips. Can't just finish it like that. No. I love going to the beach. It was a wonderful day. I have great memories of my day at the beach. I can't wait to go back again. It was so much fun. Okay? So that's recount writing, little mini lesson. You have your title, introduction, where you have who, what, where, when, what happened. These sequencing in order, use these words to help you to start your sentences, and you have your ending, how do you feel at the end of it. So this week for your homework, and every week, I really love to hear your news. You can write it, you can draw it out, you can send me a voice, you can do whatever you want. News is recount writing, and I've already gotten some lovely news already, and I'd love to hear more. I want to hear about you and what you're up to, and do it using recount writing. My news this week: who, where, when. First I did this, then I did this, and I had a great week. I loved it so much. So that's your recount writing. So I'm dying to hear all your news.